Cello, Code Breach here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to take your Project64 emulator and get it set up so you can run N64 games, as well as use your Logitech G29 wheel to race in things like Diddy Kong, Mario Kart, Cruising USA, as long as with various other racing games on the N64 emulator platform. So the first thing you're going to do is download Project N64. The link will be down in the description below. Should come to a page looking something about like this. So you're going to click download. File is going to download. Give it a second. Should be done. You're going to run it. It's going to be prompted to run if you have UAC on. Hit yes. We're going to go next. It's going to install into your program files. That's fine. Create desktop. That's fine. We're going to launch Project64. Click OK. And here we have Project64. Now the first thing I do is I want to pull up my C drive. Go into my Project64 folder. That was in my program files. And then I make a folder in here, and I call it ROMs. So I already have acquired the ROM that I'm going to need. Should come in a zip like this. So the first thing you want to do is just go ahead and throw the zip in there. And then just do extract here. Yes. And that's the file we need. We can go ahead and delete that zip file now. So now we have our ROM folder set up, Project64, and we're good to go. So if we go back here to Project64, we'll go to File, we're going to choose our ROM directory. And then we'll choose the one under C drive, Program Files, Project64 ROMs. That's why I had you put it in the Project64 folder, because it's just immediate right there when you open up this choose directory folder. So we're going to click OK, and now we can see Diddy Kong Racing is there. Okay, guys. Now that we have the wheel hooked up, we have Project64 running, we're going to go to our G Hub, because we're going to create a special profile specifically for running N64. Alright, I'm actually going to recreate the profile. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the top where it says desktop. We're going to click right here to add a profile. So I'm going to call this N64 test. Okay, so we're going to switch over to N64 test. And what this is doing, it's making a separate profile so it doesn't mess with like your constant configs for the other games you have or the default config that you have. So what we're going to do is pull this up, and you can see we have our wheel, we have our ranges, and we have our pedals. So first thing you're going to do is go to operating range and lower it down to, I think I had it at about 100. Okay, it's going to get it down to 100. So let me put it back in the center. Looks good. Looks good. So the reason we do this is because the N64 games are technically running off of an analog stick. It's not actually going to be, it is running off your wheel, but it's not at the same time. So this will mimic the feel of action control. You don't want to have to spin all the way around when you're actually just making a little adjustment on N64. So since to be at 50, and I usually do a spring back of 10, just to make it kind of have a good little feel back. Let's actually bump that up. Yeah, see, little kickback. Comes back to the center. That's good. That's good. So now we're going to go back over here to this. And the first thing I'm going to do is I want to go to keys. I'm going to go down to the letter Z. I'm going to put it on my back gear swap. Okay. And then I'm going to go up to the letter R and put it on my right gear swap. Sometimes this thing does not want me to drag it. Alright, so now we have R. So now we're going to click into the directional pad. And we're going to set these to be just like up, down, left, right. And what that is technically your arrow keys. So left, right. Alright. Booyah. Let's see, now let's go back to the other side, and we're going to make all these selections into WASD. So, W, A, S, D. Booyah. Oops, I clicked all the way out. That's fine. We're still in our N64 profile up here. You can still see our stuff is all still selected. And then what we're going to do, keep doing our keys. We're going to go to L. So now we need our L. I put this one right here, and then I also put R here. And we have duplicate R's just because there's not something that corresponds with Z, so I put R in 2 places. Why not, you know? All right, and then our start button can be realistically anything you want. I don't like to use Enter because N64 doesn't know when you're on window or off most of the time. So you pressing Enter on like a chat window in your next window will actually unpause the game or pause the game in your N64. So what I do is I just do a little slash. Boom. So that's our enter. I believe that's all. Yeah, we got those. Okay, so our profile for our N64 is now set up on our G Hub, so we can minimize this guy. So now we're going to go into our controller config on Project64. First thing we're going to do is click left, take your wheel all the way left. And then we're going to click on right, take your wheel all the way right. Yeah, it looks good. So you should see something like gamepad. Gamepad should be activating. Probably a plus or minus is what you'll see. All right, we're going to go over to A, click on A, hit your gas. We're going to go to B and hit your brake. And then the left trigger is going to be that L button we set up before. So we'll click L. And then right trigger is going to be the R button we set up. So you can hit the paddle or you can hit that. And then Z is your left paddle. Boom. Okay, so this is going to be your directional pad that we set up. So up, left, right, down. And as you can see, this is already set up as WASD. So we actually don't need to change that. And I always put this range up. Not sure if it really makes a difference, but why not, you know? So I'm going to hit save. And what you can do is go back into controller config, hit save profile, and name this N64 wheel. Save that wherever you want. And then basically what you'll do is if you ever come in and it's messed up, you go to configure, you go to load your profile, choose your wheel, boom. It'll load everything back how it was, and you hit save. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do to just make it so that my screen is actually a little bigger when the game plays. Boom, boom, boom. We'll probably go full screen, but I like to set this up just prior. Boom. All right, so now we're going to start up Diddy Kong. Let's go full screen. All right, looking good. Oh, we actually forgot one keybind. I actually forgot to set up your start button, which is going to be that slash I did earlier. All right. Okay, sorry. Alright, by hitting the gas pedal, it'll bring up your menu. You can hit gas pedal again and it'll start. And then your wheel is going left and right to choose. And you have to use directional pad to go up and down. So, I like to choose Conquer. He's my dude. I'm going to press my gas pedal, press it again. And we'll go ahead and start an adventure. Because why not? That's what he does. I love him though. As you can see, we are now on Diddy Kong. If I press my gas pedal, I will go forward. Turning, turning. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so let's go race. Let's go try it out.
Ancient lake.
Here we go. Ooh. I'm a Diddy Kong Pro, just FYI. Okay. Whose legs? Oh man. Oh my god, we did it! It's so good. I'm gonna show y'all a little trick too. So, I'll then get you back out. Look at this. If you do aspect ratio stretch, apply, okay. When you go full screen, you'll no longer have the black bars. It stretches, but it still looks good for most games, to be honest. Why not? Let's show you one more game, you know? Oh no, you ain't taking it from me, boy. Not today!
I got this.
Alright guys, that concludes the video for how to install Project64 as well as get your Logitech G29 wheel working with Project64 to race on Diddy Kong. If you'd want to see a tutorial of how to play it with your friends over NetPlay, leave me a like and a comment and I'll be sure to get a video going on that soon. It's really, really cool to be across the world and play the old school Nintendo 64, especially racing with your friends. It's a very, very nice feature. I've already tried it. It works great. But like I said, leave a like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.